All right, we're live again. I'm picking up litter in San Francisco slash New Mars. The camera's not really picking it up, but it's like very yellow outside. I think the white balance has been adjusted. It's not nearly as dark as it was earlier, but it's still very eerie. It's not smoky out, but super eerie. I'm gonna go and clean up some litter. Slightly different path this time. If you've never tuned in to one of these streams before, I go around San Francisco picking up litter for my startup slash this project called Rubbish. You can find us on Reddit. Oh, this is a full Bud Light can. All right, I'm gonna put this here so it cools down a little. I'll come back for that. Yeah, you can find us on R Love Rubbish. You can follow me. My username is Love Rubbish. If you want to learn more about the project, you can visit our website at rubbish.love. Uh, if you want to support us on Patreon, like Patrick, Philip, Joseph, and Adam do, our Patreon is rubbish_love. But yeah, go to our website, check it out. We have an iOS app, and it lets you track litter as you're picking it up. So I build these smart grabbers, like the one I'm using right now, and as I go picking everything up, it takes a photo, gets a GPS point, and lets us build out a map of the litter on the street. And what that allows us to do is help the city make more informed decisions about how they're dealing with trash. To solve any sort of problem, you need to know information about your problem first. So what we're doing is we're collecting that information so that cities can act on it. Let me pull up the chat. I'm here on Van Ness Street right now. The chat is being weird. The app is just being weird. Test? Yeah. I can see the chat. I can absolutely see the chat. But yeah, I've been cleaning up for about 2 years in San Francisco. Only been live streaming for about a month. But it seems like it's a popular thing to do. Seems like people enjoy it. So I'm going to keep doing it. I did a stream earlier this morning at around 9:30, which went till almost noon. All right. Oh my God. But that was fun. I think we might have broke Reddit a little. The chat went down for a good while, but it seems to be working now. Yeah, earlier we went kind of down that way and towards the water. Now I'm going to be going more towards where I was cleaning up for about 2 years. Yeah, it's definitely not as red out. It's still a little bit yellow. But it's 3 o'clock right now. I expect around sunset it's going to get pretty wild. I know, I don't know, maybe you all don't know, but there's some pretty crazy sunsets in San Francisco, especially when it's a little bit cloudy. Do I get paid to do this? Not directly. It's something I want to build out uh, in the app eventually. What we want to do is reward people for picking up. So we have this idea to make the app like a cleanup marketplace, so neighbors can sponsor each other to get their neighborhood cleaned up. So maybe you don't want to clean up, but you want to see your neighborhood cleaner. So you could pay someone that does. And our app would allow you to verify that the cleaning's been done and uh, sorry, verify that the cleaning's been done and kind of do all that and collect that data that's important to the city to be able to deal with the litter. Not in just, you don't want to be picking up the litter for eternity. You want to actually solve some problems, install trash cans where they need to be, and figure out ways to mitigate it. So that's kind of what the project's about. I've got the Doom theme queued up on the second phone. I have one phone for streaming right now and one phone running the Rubbish app, collecting all the information. How did you attach the phone to the grabber? So there's a bunch of different ways. The way I have it right now is this is one of the grabbers that I make. So it's got some electronics in there. It's got a phone mount / tripod there and a bunch of pretty cool lights with some effects. Still a work in progress. But it's basically the very first one, the one I was using this morning, was basically a guitar stand or a microphone iPhone stand that I mounted onto this. Litter coin? I'm not collecting litter coin. It's going to be a little different than that. But yeah, I'll just go around doing my thing, hopefully inspiring some people, inspiring other people to go out and clean their own neighborhoods. I think that's really the point of all of this. I don't know if you guys are into Reddit streaming much, but yesterday from the roof, I live streamed this track hoe, as it's been called, as I learned that it's called, demolishing these buildings. This very old building that's been abandoned. It used to be a laundromat. They took a couple truckloads of stuff out of it, and now they're taking down that back building, which is pretty cool. But yesterday it was super, like I could feel them destroying that building from mine, which makes sense because it's right next to it. You know what? It's Robin Hood. Make the bums clean up after themselves. You'd be surprised, I think, to learn that it's not really the homeless people that are creating all this litter. I actually talked to someone from the National, I can't remember if it was National Park Service or the City Park Service, around the Marina Green after the last stream ended. It's not homeless people that do the majority of littering. It's tourists and people uh, like coming to places for commercial purposes. So like people going to restaurants, they litter. People going to have a beer in the park, they're littering. It's not just homeless people. People like to use it as a scapegoat, but that's not the solution to the problem. If you took homeless people off the street, you'd still have littering. It's not a only homeless phenomenon. Huh? What are you looking for? So I'm not looking for anything. It's not a metal detector, but every item of litter that I pick up, I take a picture and a GPS point of it. And you what of it? Take a picture and get a GPS point of it, so I can build out a map of the litter, and then I give the information to the city to say, "Hey, you should put a trash can here or a cigarette disposal." Yeah, thank you. Yeah, there's no doubt that drug use and homelessness have an effect on certain parts of the city, but around here, they're not as large. Like construction projects and people just being in the neighborhood, buying things, buying snacks, buying drinks, going to restaurants, that's what generates litter. Just humans in general generate litter. So you can't just scapegoat a certain class of people for it. Uh, that's my spiel. And I think I have some authority to say that because I have been cleaning in San Francisco for 2 years. Haven't nearly there's people at DPW that have been cleaning for much longer than me, probably for longer than I've been alive, but that's my observation. I've cleaned up all over SF. It's not the root cause, for sure. Sorry if I got a little, you know, preachy, but I do you ever get harassed while working? No. People generally are pretty accepting of it. The only thing, like, remotely close to harassing is yeah, I was cleaning at night near some bars. There was a guy that would not leave without giving me money. Um, so that's the closest, but he ended up being a pretty cool dude.
You ever see the movie The Treasure of Sarah Madre?
No, I don't think I have.
It's a good one.
Yeah?
Classic.
All right. All right, I will. Oh, man. There's a bunch of stuff in here. What's the hardest thing to pick up? Like with this particular thing, poop. Like you just cannot pick up loose poop. I'm just gonna report this to 311. This is a mess, and there's a lot of large stuff. So the way I do that is I go to the app, I take a photo, call it other, give it a name. I'll just put bulk litter, and then I click that 311 button, and the city is notified that there's kind of a mess here. What area of the city are you cleaning? I'm technically between Cow Hollow and Russian Hill, kind of on the north side of town. Have you tried to pick up poop? Why is everyone so fascinated with poop? Like, really? It, is that not strange to you? Are you asking about poop? Sorry, I'm fixing the charger situation here. Sometimes it's like a little battery pack that I have for my phones stops working. Yeah, I mean, if I only have a bucket. If it's a complete trash pile or a piece of furniture and stuff like that, like I can't, as one man, there's not enough trash cans around here for me to empty it out appropriately. So I try to stick to the stuff that's a little more sparse that the city won't get. The city will clean up a pile of stuff typically if you report it, but they're not going to go up and down a street and pick up every cigarette and every receipt and every straw that's on there. Which is what matters to a lot of people. It's like, it's not just the isolated instance. God dang. Yeah, like if I see furniture or anything like that, I'm not gonna pick it up. It needs to fit in the bucket comfortably for me to pick it. That's kind of my rule. Like stuff like this, I'll clean. Like I hate. God, why are people so gross? See, but there's a trash can there, so I'll be able to empty out. But getting stuff out of drains like this is important. So when it eventually does rain, ever found treasure while cleaning up? Yeah, I found some money here and there, like a $20 bill every once in a while. Not while cleaning, I have found like a 120-inch projector screen, but that was just kind of near my house after I was coming home last year. I still have the screen. I installed it in my house. Not house. It's not my house. It's my apartment. but it's not of mine. I rent it. So here's a trash can. Pull it out slightly and just dump the trash out. Are you still cleaning? Yeah, no, I took a little break to go take photos around the city. But yes, I'm still cleaning. I stopped at noon, starting again at 3. Ah. Hey, don't worry about giving me an award. It's not the end all be all. You know, at the end of the day, Reddit's still making money off of awards. I can start streaming, restreaming whenever I want. Why are you watching this? Because it's new and fresh and hot entertainment. Where else are you going to see a man picking up trash and answering your questions? Nowhere, I tell you. I'm the only one doing it. You should get Boston Dynamics to make a robot like that. Fun fact, I'm not going to say I worked with Boston Dynamics, but I was in a booth for a Marine Corps slash Navy trade show, and I was in a booth with one of the Boston Dynamics dogs with my robot that I had designed. Meaning of life, 42. Right? Did I answer that right? What got you started doing this? Some friends had started it. They asked me for some help on the project. They wanted to get a grabber that was able to log the litter as it was being picked up. And I'm a mechanical engineer. So I started designing that. I started putting that together. I ended up leaving my job designing robots for DARPA on some drone projects. And this is just a lot more fulfilling for me personally. You know, I don't think I'll be making as much money here as I would, being a government contractor sellout type. But I'm improving a city. I'm helping out, and it's something I can feel good about. So the opportunity came up to move out here and start doing it. So I did. How do I get that grabber that you have? So if you really want a grabber, I'm making them by hand right now. So there's a bit of a wait list. You can get on that wait list on the website. And that website is rubbish.love. If you want to just buy a regular grabber off Amazon, if you go to the website, there's a link in the top that says buy a grabber. It's a link to Amazon. If you feel like you want to go out and clean your neighborhood, that's one of the models that I recommend. If you buy through that link, I get like a few cents for everyone that's bought. Craziest thing I've picked up. I've said this before, but just a block or two away from here, I picked up a hand drawn book of erotica. That was in a phone book, but it was drawn in crayon. I don't think I can get this guy out. There we go. Where in the city are you? I'm on Van Ness, near-ish Broadway. Shout out to your friend Mo. Yeah, I know. I've got gloves on. Don't worry, I've got gloves on this time. Be careful with it. You might make an officer in a vehicle feel threatened. Do you not carry a knife? No, I don't carry a knife because if I carried a knife, I'd want to use it on my food, not on cigarettes. How's the smoke? Breathing okay? Yeah, the smoke's not bad, like at you know surface level. It's just bad in the atmosphere, and that's why the there's this yellow cast. The air quality isn't that bad today. Any passers-by? Thank you. Yeah, that happens quite a lot, actually. More than I think I would expect sometimes. Next goal, 10 cigarettes. I think I might be able to get 10 cigarettes right here. 2, 3, that's a roach, that counts. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Is that, no, that's not a cigarette. 7, 8, right here. We're at 8, we're at 8. Can I find 10 in here? Oh, 9. One more. It's not, this one's not. It's like some sort of hard candy. Oh, 10. 10 cigarettes just in this planter. I bet you can get 20. Yeah, I have picked up, I think, over 30,000 cigarettes. I can check. Give me 1 second. Yeah. So this is the app my friends and I made. I've picked up a total of 70,000 pieces. 28,215 are cigarettes. But yeah, you can see there's a bunch in there right now. Do a 360 cigarette grab. No scope. There you go. I'll do it for the kids. How does the app count them? So on this grabber, there's some electronics, and it senses every time that the grabber grabs, and that sends a trigger to the phone itself to take the picture. What's the app called? The app is called Rubbish. Rubbish. You can find our website. It's rubbish.love, but we're in the iOS App Store right now. Hopefully, building out an Android app soon. How do you dispose of the trash? I usually go to the whatever public trash cans are available. So around here, I kind of have an idea of which ones are open, which ones I can get into, and I'll pour the bucket into that. How do you clean your grabber? That's a good question. I clean it in the shower. I have like a little shower handle thing, and I'll use a toilet brush. If I'm feeling really lazy, here's a bone. Chicken wing, probably. I hope. If I'm feeling real lazy, I'll have to go put bleach in the toilet and use the toilet brush to clean it up. What is this? Is that like. I don't even know what that was. It's like a giant mushroom or a softball. I forgot a piece. Yeah, you're probably right. I don't get everything. I just get most. A bun? No, it wasn't. It didn't feel like bread. It felt much heavier, but not that much heavier. Hikama? I don't know. I don't know what that looks like. Does the mobile app respect your privacy? Yeah, we don't need your personal information for this stuff. The only thing what we care about data wise is the litter that you pick up. So that's the litter that's the information that we want. So from the privacy perspective, there's not anything to be concerned of. It's not like Facebook where we're selling you and your profile as a person to advertisers. We don't do that. We don't believe in that. How does the app determine the types of trash? So right now I categorize it myself, but we are building out those machine learning algorithms. We have over 2 million data points of litter that's been classified. So we're building that out. We actually got a shout out in 2019 at Apple's Worldwide Developer Conference for some of the work we're doing in ML stuff on device ML. So we built a little module to identify some things. Try using a broom, why don't you? Huge fat Dave. Is the app available yet? Now? Yeah. What city? We're in San Francisco. Would you look that claw at the end of the day for $1 million? You bet your ass I would. I can brush my teeth after. What's the app called? It's called Rubbish. Rubbish. It's available on the iOS App Store now. It's free to download all over the world. If you're feeling awesome and want to participate in National Cleanup Day, that's in the U.S., the National and World Cleanup Day are September 19th. We're a partner of theirs. So what we'd like to see is on September 19th, people using the app to categorize or even just log the litter that they pick up so we can get good statistics on, how many people have cleaned up, what's the total impact of all the litter that we collectively pick up. That's a pretty cool goal. No love for Android. Building out apps like this is mighty expensive, especially when you don't have any money. So, so we are actively fundraising. We do want to hire someone to build the Android app, but our main developer, he's an iOS guy. He wrote iOS apps for a ton of big companies, so that's kind of where we started. You never told us what level you are on your app. I'm pretty godlike on it. I think I might have the most trash collected. I'm in like the 70,000s. But I've had a bit of a head start. I've been using it for like 2 years. Is it called Rubbish? Yeah, it's called Rubbish. I am not in the panhandle. You should turn this into a game. Yeah, that's, gamification is another way to incentivize people to clean up. We're definitely thinking of ways to incentivize people to clean up because at the end of the day, we want everyone to pick up litter. And whether that's like rewards of some sort, um, or like not being so loud. um, yeah, building out some sort of reward system for people that do pick up litter is part of what we're trying to do. So having local rewards or getting gift cards to people for local businesses would be great. The app name is Rubbish, Rubbish. This part is going to be a little gnarly to clean up. I think it's mostly because of the wind, not people intentionally littering, I would hope. There's always a ton of cigarettes here. Can I work for you for free? Sure. Yeah, the air quality outside right now isn't even too bad. I'm not wearing an N95. I'm just wearing a mask that my mom made for me, um, like COVID rules kind of stuff. But the air quality isn't too bad out right now. It just looks gnarly. Where can I reach you? Email me. Go to the website. The website is rubbish.love. And there should be a hello at, or you can email me directly, Felipe at rubbish.love. You'll be able to find it if you go to the website. Battery powered vacuum. You know, we've talked to people that clean professionally as well, like folks that adopt a highway, and the vacuums can only get stuff up to a certain size. So some organizations only pick up stuff bigger than a baseball. They don't worry about the cigarettes. Having a device that picks up things of multiple sizes is incredibly hard, like from a mechanical engineering perspective. ML, yeah, we're using right now. I'm not using ML stuff. We're just kind of training it. It also uses a ton of power, so it's something we got to be conscious of. Hopefully, at some point, we'll be able to do that on the back end to auto categorize. Why are you picking stuff up? Because it shouldn't be here, and no one else is going to do it. So you got to call me to do it. How does your hand not hurt? I've got a wrist rest. Here, I've got a wrist rest on here, so it makes it a little easier. Where can you buy one of these? You can sign up on rubbish.love to get on the wait list. Getting them mass produced is still a couple months out. I am literally making these smart grabbers that connect to your phone uh, one by one in my apartment. So there's a bit of a wait. This is what the sky looks like. Meki here too. What do you do? I mostly designed robots and stuff professionally. I designed this actual device. So it was my first venture into like IoT kind of stuff. But I've always been in this like hacktronics, electronics stuff. I actually started the brewing program at my university in the final 2 years. Can't find the website here. Rubbish. I'm typing it in the chat. Yeah, I've barely moved here, and there's just tons of litter. If I pay you more, can I be next? Um, I want to say no, just because that wouldn't be fair to the people that have been waiting already. Um, look, get up on that list. We're working with a design team to make a manufactured version. It will be cheaper than the one that exists now. You'll just have to wait a little bit. If you want one, please go to rubbish.love, that website that I typed in. If you scroll down to get a grabber, you can get up on the list. It's just a Google form. We'll shoot out an email when they're available to buy. Or if you really, really want one, email me. I can try and get some made. I don't have a ton of them in stock. They are still prototypes technically, so you'll just have to be patient with me. International shipping, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. If it's a fairly decently sized package, for that, might be able to send you a kit or something. But Yeah, this is my first time like doing a mass produced product. So we're figuring it out. Why is the place so yellow? The wildfires. How long have you been out? I think 43 minutes so far on this one. I don't know how much time I have left. But this morning I was on from like 9:30 to like 11:45 noonish. So a couple hours. Wednesdays are my streaming days. Use a broom, weirdo. But then I can't track it. Have you found cash? Yeah, I found cash. It's not really a ton. But see, this is why I have the grabber and not a broom. You can see where I've picked up. So here it's kind of more yellow. There's less trash, or there's a bit more trash. Where it's green, there's less trash. And now here, I'm like caught up. There's a bunch. There's a bunch. The GPS is a little weird, but yes. And so far, I picked up 166 items. Yeah. There's a link to the regular grabbers that don't have, uh, that don't connect to the phones. There's a link to those on our website on Amazon. I think they're like $15. If you buy it through that link, it helps us out a little bit. Have you ever found something super expensive like a wedding ring? No, I've never found rings. I did find some German tourist passports and we got those back to them. Yeah, I mean, we're close-ish to the fires in the city. Like, there's some in Santa Cruz, there's some in Sonoma, there's some down near San Jose slash Gilroy. Um, yeah, I mean, there's fires about. Why track it? That's a great question. I answer that a lot. Uh, to solve any problem, you need to have information about the problem you're solving. So cities, instead of just throwing money at a problem, throwing people at it, they should try and make informed decisions about where trash cans are placed, where cigarette disposals are placed. Uh, a really good example of that is from this pilot we did. The block that I'm going to now, we collected litter 3 times a week, every single piece of it for a year. In the first month, we looked at the highest concentration of cigarette litter and put up a cigarette disposal there. And within 2 weeks, the litter was cut down by half. So having that information is crucial to making smart decisions about where to put expensive infrastructure or even inexpensive infrastructure to where it'll be most effective so that you don't have to send crews out all the time to be cleaning because sending someone out to clean is uber expensive. That's a cigar. Yeah. Do you have a Twitter? I technically have one. You know what? I hope that someone from the team is watching. I don't do Twitter that much, but Elena does. What's the name of the product on I don't have the product isn't on Amazon. I just have an affiliate link on my website for buying just generic grabbers. I don't sell them personally. Where can I find the wrist rest for the grabber? That's a me only prototype. I'm trying to get this stuff out. We are looking for fundraising. So if you know investors, or you know anyone that wants to invest in a sustainability company, man, what? Um, point them our way. Give us intros. Those are invaluable to us to start investor conversations. Used to bike from that station a couple months ago. Pedal off. GPS on the grabber. There's a version I've made that doesn't use a phone and it does have GPS on the physical device itself. is a little heavy. All right, I'm gonna go dump this out. I'm gonna go back and dump it out because I know I can get into that trash can, and I know it's not super full. There we go. Yeah, I made it myself. So I'm a mechanical engineer. This is kind of what I do. I make things. I'm a bit of an inventor. Yeah, the data VC point of view. Yeah, the data. We've always known that the data is more important, but you have to have a good way of collecting it. It has to be easy to collect the data. If it's cumbersome, if it's complicated, you're not going to get people to do it for you easily. So that's why I invented the grabber. It's a it's the only way I found to collect that information in a relatively painless way. Incentive driven, yeah, of course, yes, that's something we want to bring out in October. I think we're going to be doing a bit of something like that around Dolores Park, where if you collect 100 pieces of litter, we'll give you a $5 gift card to a local business. How do you know what you've collected besides your observations? That's a little bit of a weird question, but it's the app tracks it. So it counts every item that I picked up. Can you click it 100 times to win? No, there's validation built in. You're not going to be sneaky and not. You're not going to get the $5. You're not going to get the $5. Yeah, the camera really doesn't do it justice. It's very, very orange. All right, here we go. Yeah, eventually the app will recognize what's picked up. The device itself is what triggers the item to be picked up. Oh, but you want the Doom soundtrack? So I've got it queued up. Hopefully. Is that what you want? I play just a little bit of the Doom soundtrack. All right, I actually don't like it that much. All right, we're done. Sorry, trying to answer all the questions. Use the cover to jerk a homeless guy off. That wouldn't be pleasurable for either of us. Is it your ex? Lives up the street from the Ben and Jerry's. I'm picking up litter. That's what's happening. Hello. Welcome to the stream. Are you in Nelly? No, I'm going up Russian Hill right now. Are you near Santa Monica and Fairfax? No. Show the sky? There you go. Yeah. I don't know. Someone's yelling thank you. I don't know if they're yelling thank you at me. I hope. That'd be nice. You just passed what? What did I just pass? Am I wearing a mask because of the smoke? No. I'm wearing a mask just because of COVID rules. Air quality is actually not bad today. It's just upper atmosphere kind of stuff. What did I pass? What did I pass? What did I pass? There's leaves. There's leaves. Okay, there's one cigarette butt. There's another. All right, you got me. You got me. Our lawyer as well. Yeah, I mean, I can't pick it all up. I hope this inspires you guys to go get a grabber. If you get a grabber through our website, it helps me out. Um, if you want to get on the waiting list for the smart grabber, you'll also be able to do that through the website. That website is rubbish.love. If you want to just buy a grabber from Amazon, just a regular old grabber, the ones that I modify to put my electronics on, there's a link for that at the very top of the page called Buy a Grabber. Just an Amazon affiliate link. Yeah, people should get Ash. What does the Smart Grabber do? So it pairs with the Rubbish app. So as you're picking up, it logs the litter that you're picking up. So it takes a picture, gets a GPS point, and with that, we can inform cities about trends in trash. We can make maps about trash that can guide the city into putting the resources where they're really needed to make the most difference in mitigating litter. It also has RGB LEDs, which is dope. I'll show you. It has LEDs, so, oh, no. Oh, the batteries run out? No, they didn't. But they've got cool lights. Those are programmable. Uh, so eventually in the app, there'll be like a 10 cigarette kill streak and it'll light up like rainbowy or something. It's 2020. You gotta have the RGB. What's the battery life? It's 6 to 8 hours with the lights on. The Bluetooth board that we use is super low power. So if I didn't have the lights, it'd probably go for a couple days without recharging. Oh, that's a poo. I'm not picking that up. Earlier you couldn't smell any smoke. I still don't smell any smoke. It just looks gnarly out here. Yeah, that's very true about the RGB. Would you be interested in data from Toronto? Of course, we're interested in data from all over. You know, you know, we'd love to be the source of truth on all litter data, and be like a way for people to collect it. But yeah, any data is cool, especially if you can make a cool visualization out of it. I posted on Data is Beautiful before, just showing like the cigarettes that we picked up on Polk Street. Did you get your Bud Light yet? No, I put it under. It's chilling under the fire hydrant. We'll see if it's back, but I at least did someone a favor if I'm chilling it. Put RGB on the grabber. There is already RGB on the grabber, son. What do you think? I don't know. I don't know what the kids love. Gamer grabber. I RGB gamer bathwater. What? Can you pick up bottles? Yeah, I can pick up bottles with this. What's RGB? It's red, green, blue LEDs. So it's just for like custom colors. There's a strip down the middle of the grabber. If you want to, there's a video of the grabber. If you go to rubbish.love, there's a YouTube video. You can learn a little bit more about this startup that we started. I shot the video. I'm not in it. I was the video guy. Since I have a degree in filmmaking. Have you ever found drugs? Yeah. How long have you been going? All day, every day. How much is a custom grabber to buy? Right now, they're $150, but that will change when we mass manufacture them. Right now, I'm making them in batches at home, and the parts are expensive, and assembling them takes a lot of time. So working on that. Here you can see some of the ash from the fires. The air quality isn't terrible right now, but you can see the ash falling. Is it me, or does this tree look like it has hair on it? Is there rainbow lights? Yes. Reggae banana, just do it and stop filming for fuck's sake. Why don't you go out and clean? I don't see you doing it. You're just on your butt on Reddit commenting stuff. Get out of the basement, go out and clean. What is the grabber called? It's called the rubbish beam because it's like a beam of light, you know? Have you seen any cool cars today? Yeah, I saw a crazy McLaren earlier today, close to the marina. Clamp the cheeks? No, I prefer to clamp butts and get them out of cracks. Uh, Shout out to butt pinchers. Someone made that subreddit a couple weeks ago. It's pretty fun. I post in there every once in a while. It's not super active yet, but if you like pinching butts, that's a good place to go. It's our butt pinchers. Does the app only work with custom grabbers? So the app works without the grabber at all. You can just use the app handheld. It's just easier to collect the data and pick it up at the same time with this device. You, in theory, could use other grabbers if they existed, but they don't. Do you keep what you pick up? No, I put it in city trash cans around the streets. Wait, tell me more about what? Sorry, it's a little. This isn't ideal necessarily from a video perspective, um, but do what I can. This app grabber thing. So the app is the Rubbish app. My friends and I made it. It's on the iOS App Store. Called Rubbish. If you go to rubbish.love, RUBBISH.LOVE, you can kind of see it in action in that video at the top. You can pre-order it, get on the wait list to order it. But You can also get a link to the App Store download. You can download the app without the grabber and just track the litter that you pick up. Sometimes it's fun to do like two people, like one has the grabber and one takes pictures and categorizes it. It's a fun little activity. Gone and done cleans with like little kids, and like so the little kid has the grabber, the parent has the phone, and they're like calling out, a cigarette, piece of paper, stuff like that. If you need an Android dev, I'm down. Yeah, email me. Email us at hello@rubbish/me at mine is Felipe@rubbish.love, or DM me. We are actively looking for help. We want to raise money to hire someone. So we're actively fundraising. We want to build. We want to build the Android app. We want to make more of these. Yeah, we're trying to fundraise. We're trying to do this for real. We want bucket. There's the bucket. How much of the trash do you keep? Zero. Literally zero. Have you seen car crashes while doing this? Almost saw one on like one of the first streams while I was at the intersection of Van Ness and Lombard. But ended up just being an idiot in a car. No, no dash cam kind of actual crash footage. What's this for? It's to collect data on litter. So if you know where the litter is, you can get it. Or you can, that's an oversimplification. But if you know information about litter, where it is, where it resides, you can kind of make better decisions about how to deal with it. RGB the bucket, do you know how many requests I've gotten for that? I might end up doing that, just doing a smart bucket where you manually take the picture every time or it detects when something has changed. Someone gave Argentium. Well, thank you very much. Does trash ever grab back? I mean, if you're pinching butts hard, they might grab back. Gotta be careful. Can't pinch any old butt. Let's see this guy. You can see the Alhambra Theater over there. It's now a Crunch Gym. It's closed currently, but that's my gym. There's another one like just down the street too. The most valuable thing I've ever found, I found $40. But the most valuable thing I found on the way to go clean up, I found some German tourists' backpack that had been stolen out of their car. That seems like it's pretty valuable for them. Do you recycle at home? Yes. All this stuff that's like on the street, it's a little harder to separate. And the trash cans in San Francisco are actually terrible. And the recycling things on the top go straight into the bottom. The majority of them are broken. Is the grabber heavier? Is the grabber heavy? It's heavier than a grabber without electronics, for sure. But with the wrist rest, it really makes it a lot easier. I've been out here literally for hours. My wrist doesn't hurt at all. Do you do this often? Yeah, I stream Wednesdays at 9:30 a.m. Pacific and 3 p.m. Pacific. Is Jasper by the Walgreens still there? Yeah. He he either calls me Beard or Curly. But I actually used to live right on Broadway, so I'd see him a lot on my way to Walgreens. And we cleaned up around that part of Polk a lot, so we would see him 3 times a week. Do you have an Instagram? Yes, it's rubbish.love is the Instagram. Rubbish.love is our website. It's our Instagram. It's our Facebook. Our subreddit is R Love Rubbish. This corner is bad. Yeah, you and your roommate should definitely, uh, if you want to do group cleanups, I've organized group cleanups before. Go on Nextdoor if you're on Nextdoor and look for SF Rubbishers. I'll be planning a cleanup, a September cleanup, probably towards the end of the month. We got 100 or so members, and you can join. Um, we do group cleanups. I usually bring some grabbers. But yeah, if you're down to clean up SF, DM me. What is your footwear? I'm rocking the Adidas Ultra Boosts. Should really do this in my city. I love Philly. Yeah, we've been talking to Not in Philly. That's a cleanup group out in Philadelphia. Definitely link up with them if you're trying to clean up Philly. What was the next door? Next door, if you're in San Francisco and want to join group cleanups with me and some other people, look for SF Rubbishers. SF Rubbishers is the thing on Nextdoor. That's only if you live in SF. You can join that group. And we try to organize cleanups at least once a month through that. We did some, the last one we did was down near Civic Center and Market Street. Previous one was down in Dolores Park. So we do some cool stuff. There's some other people that have beams. It's a pretty fun time. Yeah, if you can find it, join it. That wasn't a whole carton of milk. That was a box of water. Box water is a thing, people. Gotta go, man. Have a good day. Well, you too. Appreciate you being on the stream for a little bit. Appreciate all of you being on the stream. Box water. That's what it is. Boxed water. Water in a box. You got that right. Can't you just use your hands? Would you want to be picking up litter in San Francisco with just your hands, my guy? I bet you wouldn't. Have you done stuff in SoCal? Yeah, we actually talked to the LA Department of Sanitation to do stuff with them because they monitor litter levels in the LA River. They were tracking it with pen and paper. So we were going to do a project with pre-COVID. We were going to do a project with them so they would use our app to track the litter. The EPA mandates that they track it. Do you pick up any needles? No, those get reported to 311. What got you started doing this? Um, I've always been a little more eco-conscious. My mom was super about recycling and being green and stuff. But when I was working in DC, some friends were starting this thing. They needed help designing this trash grabber device, and I started doing that. Just working with friends. And I eventually moved out to San Francisco, and we're doing this full time. Dump trash at Nancy Pelosi's house? No, it's all right. I've actually been to her house, not to her house, next to her house. I had dinner with the Norwegian ambassador who lives right next to her, and he could not stop talking about her. But it's pretty swanky up there. It's some terrace up in Pack Heights. Very nice house, awesome view. I've never met the woman though. Does your back or neck hurt? Not really. Is this Zen for you? There is like a bit of a meditative quality to like picking up. You get into a rhythm. Um, yeah, a bit. She wants to build a wall around. Well, she lives on the corner, so that's good luck. Why are you cleaning? Because it's good. I want my neighborhood to be clean. Like, don't you like nice things? Sometimes you gotta work for nice things, and this is what it is for me. How do you make money doing this full time? Well, it's a startup. We're fundraising, so you know we're trying to raise money, get an investor. Right now, I'm kind of living off the savings I had before. Were there any dogs trying to bite you? No, I'm not afraid of dogs. Both of my parents are veterinarians, and I used to be a vet tech for a little bit, so I ain't afraid of no dogs. Where do you dump all that? I'm about to. At the end of the block, there's a trash can that has an open top, and I will dump it out there. Is the thoroughness and trash grabbing data needed? Yeah, to really see the issues. Yes, um, granular data is more valuable than a bulk amount. Like if I have data that says there's 3 bags of trash collected, that doesn't really tell me point of origin or what I could do to mitigate that. If I see a bunch of coffee cups, I can round up the coffee places and be like, hey, you need to deal with this. Either have receptacles outside or start some sort of initiative to collect that waste that you as a business are producing. You and your customers are. Under the chair? No, there wasn't a needle cap. No, you shouldn't litter. Ask the Norwegian ambassador for the startup cash. I don't know him. I don't know him that well. He did have a dope pad. What's the weirdest thing you picked up? Okay, I picked it up on that corner just over there. It was someone had drawn erotica in crayon and colored pencil in a phone book from the 70s. Uh, so it was pretty weird. It's pretty. It was just art. It was art. Is the only thing I could say. Can you force your phone to focus on the edge of the not in the Reddit app? How about with Rise and SF? Not bad. Where is this? So here we're on Polk and Union. I have a picture of it somewhere. I did not keep the art. It was not my art to keep. I'm not a collector like that. But yeah, this is what I do with the trash. I I just empty it out into the public trash cans, and then the city takes care of it. You masked? Yeah, I'm masked. I'm masked, and my hair is a mess because I was riding around my motorcycle. So I've got like a mixture of like helmet hair. I do have a glove, although I don't like them. You ever get tempted to pick up someone with your grabber and trash them? I've been tempted to pick some people up, but I wouldn't trash them. If you know what I mean. If you know what I'm saying. Have you considered a model like the green scooters? Yeah, I think that'd be pretty cool. We were toying around with that idea, and we need to get them mass produced first. But having them at cafes or like a Starbucks, and you say, hey, you get a free coffee if you go and pick up X amount of litter, and let them use. Oh my God, this piece of paper is going to be the end of me. I am frustrated. Uh, 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 all right, going manual. Um, you find any needles or pipes? Not really. What prompted you starting to do this? Uh, some friends started doing it. I like my friends. This is a cool thing we could do together. What if you hire more workers to do each of them to answer questions? We're talking to Reddit. Hopefully, we can start streaming on our subreddit so other people can stream while they pick up trash. We'll see if that happens. why not use a vacuum? It just wouldn't work. You couldn't get everything. Your vacuum would fill up super quick. It wouldn't be nice. It would not be nice at all. Stick it inside the sewer and see what I can grab. I can only go so deep. Oh, that's it. That's as far as I can go. Any stream sniper? No, I haven't had one yet. Not yet. One of the very first ones, someone said they saw me, and I told them they should have honked because I didn't see them. Stick you in the sewer? I'm not trying to lose my phone. What is a stream sniper? If someone comes up, someone that I don't know comes up to me and finds me on the street, that's a stream sniper. Yeah, here it's a bit cleaner. Mr. Goathead? Where? Any funny encounters while out? Yeah, we found our first investor uh, while we were cleaning up on the street. What brand of grabber do you use? Uh, just kind of generic ones from Amazon. The one we use is a Vive grabber is the one that I recommend. It's pretty all right. Um, haven't had too many issues with that. But you can get one of those. Turtle, which behind you? I don't see anyone. Where is that? You in the like pink? Who? I don't know. Running? Dude, I don't know. I don't see you. Run back this way and say hi. He could. I mean, people could be on Reddit and on the street. I do that sometimes. Can't leave. You're pulling my chain, my guy. Yeah, you're doing me a bamboozle, and you got me. Congrats. You're going trash collecting tomorrow? That's great. That's awesome. What is our subreddit? It's R Love Rubbish. LOVERUBBISH. Same as my username. How many needles? No needles. Do you walk like Waluigi? No, I don't. I walk like a normal human being, I'd like to think. Do I like Waluigi? Sure. I think I used to play Waluigi in Mario Tennis. Do you do beach collections as well as street? Yeah, I actually did a stream. If you look back at my other username, Matador0 with two zeros, so MATAD0R0. You can see a beach cleanup I did on Baker Beach a couple weeks ago. I don't think you could outlaw vehicles. That's not super reasonable. People got to get around sometimes. Where do you dump if no trash cans are nearby? I'll go find one. I have a pretty good idea of where they generally are. Like I clean around here. Do you advertise the app on the side of your bucket or grabber? Yeah, there's the rubbish, one of the rubbish stickers, and there's rubbish stuff on the side of it. Bam, rubbish. Show us the data collection on the app. Sure. Hopefully it's been running this whole time. I haven't really been checking up on it. I haven't actually gone that far. It's been pretty dirty. Can you see that? So I started over here, moved down Union, went up and back down Union to dump out the trash, went up Green, and then I'm going back up Polk. But yeah, pee your pants. You know, I haven't done that in such a long time, but the last time I did it, I was an adult. At a party I was hosting, and I couldn't make it inside to the bathroom, and I couldn't unzip my pants fast enough, so I ended up peeing on my pants a little bit. This is Polk and Filbert. Has anyone thanked you, screaming at you when you're picking up trash? Yeah, plenty of people thank me. Where are you? I'm in San Francisco. Will the app work anywhere? Yes, the app works everywhere. Absolutely everywhere. What the hell is this? These are Nespressos. Are you hiring? I wish. Um, we could always use help. We don't have a ton of money right now. We're not really even paying me, because we're fundraising. But if you want to be part of the team, join us. Send us an email. Send us your info. Can't make any promises. Do you like trains? Like the concept of being on trains? Yeah. Yeah. Model trains? Probably not. Does the app need internet data to collect data? Yes, but I've never, ever gone over my data cap. It's like 5 gigs while collecting it. The photos get compressed significantly before being uploaded. Is it snowing ash? There is some ash. It's not like snowing ash, but there's definitely ash on cars. Oh my god, all these fucking Nespresso pods. Who did this? What are all these circle things? These are like Nescafe, Nespresso coffee pods. They're like a fancy Keurig. They're flat. Usually they're like half domes, and you put them in a coffee maker. No, this road, I'm safe here. I'm watching the street. Where's the ash from? It's from all the fires in California. It's wildfire season. Pokemon Go rubbish day. Yeah, I mean, we might have spoken to someone at Niantic. Oh, Niantic needs to get at me. We need more glass containers and less plastic. That's a double-edged sword. I took a lot of sustainability classes in engineering, and what is not considered in that statement is the uh, is it embodied or embedded energy that it takes to produce a piece of glass is huge. So if you're using glass a single time and then remelting it, the amount of energy that you have to expend in making that new glass is massive. So it's a two-edged sword, double-edged sword, using glass instead of plastic. It's hugely energy intense. Do you wear anything special to do this? No, not really. I've got some Ultra Boosts on. They're comfy shoes. I've got like a little hoodie on, but nothing special. Well, couldn't you keep the glass container away instead of throwing it? Yes, you could. But a lot of the glass we produce here is single use. I know in Chile in particular, there's non-single use plastic, so it's thicker plastic. And what they do is, for like a bottle of Coke, instead of just throwing that piece of plastic away, there's a deposit on it, and you return it like you would glass, and it gets washed. My fear in making everything glass is that you don't want to have an overabundance of glass. The you know Glass is also heavy, so it's not just producing it; it's transporting it. So you have to consider all these things in terms of what's best for the environment. Yeah, and I'm not saying plastic is better. Um, what I'm saying is for certain things, using plastic might be better. Um, One example one of my professors gave me in college was like glassware. So, how much energy is spent in creating that piece of glassware, transporting it to you, and then every time you wash it. Um, are all things to consider. What is the app called? Yes, it's called Rubbish. Our website is rubbish.love if you want to visit that. Um, Glass comes from melted sand. Crushed glass won't harm the soil. Have you ever stepped on glass? Have you ever stepped on sharp glass? It's not pleasant. I can assure you of this. Tell a trash joke. I mean, you can't put a comedian on the spot like that. Glass is better for the earth. It's not the end all be all. Have you guys been able to identify better cleaning solutions, et cetera, from the data, or just getting started? No. So a project that's launching on Friday. We helped one of the downtown neighborhoods in San Francisco get uh, grants for new trash cans, new big belly trash cans that are trash compactors. Um, so we're going to be putting QR codes on them so people can report issues directly to the people in charge of cleaning the neighborhood, kind of bypassing 311. So we already used the data to kind of determine where they need to put more of these things, and they were able to get the money to do it with that information. Yeah, I'm just being pedantic about the whole glass plastic thing. I get your point. I like glass more, but it's not so cut and dry as that. Is my point, right? I'm being pedantic, but as an engineer, I'm usually pretty pedantic about stuff. Yeah, sometimes there's another stream. If you watch my old streams on my other account, MATAD0R0. There are some Baker Beach cleanups. I've done cleanups at Ocean Beach. Um, I usually just do around my neighborhood. It's a little easier to access. I just have to walk outside. How many hours are put in before well-informed decisions can be made and collected of that data? So in Soma, it was 2 weekends of data gathering. So 26 people over 2 weekends got around 30,000 points of data. On a street like this, it probably takes 2 weeks. Have you ever had a confrontation with someone littering in front of you? No, not really. Um, I'm not really an asshole about things. So no is the answer to that. Yeah, I'm masked up. The air quality isn't that bad. I checked the AQI. It's better than it was um, the other days of the week. So thanks for looking out, but I know how to be responsible. What do you think about electric powered or about AI cleaning the streets? Yeah, that'd be dope. I'd be down to design something that automatically clean the street. This is Polk Street. Have you ever find any money on the ground? Yeah, I found money on the ground. Um, Probably only about $40 total. Yeah, Joe, I think I'm gonna end the stream here soon. I'm pretty close to home. Been out here for a while. Um, I want to go home and play video games a little bit. Do you keep the money you find? Yeah, sometimes. Sometimes I've kept it. Sometimes there's like a homeless guy around. I gave him the $20. He needed it more. Are you stream sniping me?
My friend sent me looking for the live stream.
Oh yeah. Well, you're still on it. I almost closed it.
Perfect. Can I like take a picture for him?
Yeah, of course. Oh, you got to get my good side. This is hilarious.
That's so funny. I was like, oh, I wonder if I'll find him. You're right around the corner.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Awesome.
So you're just picking up. I don't know what's going on. He just.
Yeah, I'm just picking up litter. I do it like every Wednesday,
Oh, nice.
like 9:30 and 3, and it's just streamed on Reddit. Not every single time. Like I've been cleaning up around here for like 2 years. I only started cleaning up like a month ago,
Oh, wow.
or streaming a month ago.
Yeah, streaming it. Okay.
Um,
Like a new hobby.
yeah, someone was like, "Why don't you stream it?" And I was like, "All right, I guess someone might like it." But like,
gonna watch it. Obviously, a lot of people
dude,
are.
a ton of people are watching it.
Anyway, right now.
Yeah,
So.
I mean, yeah. So
That's so funny. Okay.
yeah,
Well, it was nice to talk to you.
of course.
Have a good rest of your day.
Yeah, you too. Sticky Stankley, is that Dubs? Dude, I don't know. Like, give her the bucket? Nah. All right. Well, I got stream sniped. Um, Record broken, I guess. What's her number? I don't know. The guy in the chat. You could pass that along if you want. But I'm very very lucky. She's Dubs. All right. What's the at my guy? At what? Um, at rubbish.love, I guess. That's our Instagram. At our website, you can find my LinkedIn there if you want to creep on me that hard. I He's gonna play House Flipper. What does that mean? I mean, I don't know what that means, but yes, you do what you do. Future is an owl man. Get with a new gamer bucket. Um, if you guys really want that, and I mean really want that, I can try and make one for next. I'll make a gamer bucket for next stream. Do you guys want that? It's a game where you clean houses. All right. No, I have to squeeze. I squeeze with my fingers, squeeze with my hands, but I'm gentle. Caring with a caring touch. Oh shit! She just passed my house. RGB bucket? Fine. All right. Next week, if you guys tune in, I will have an RGB bucket. I promise you this. It might not look pretty, but yeah, there will be an RGB bucket. How many masks do you need to wear at the moment? Just one. I just got the one on. It's pink. It's very on brand. And I hope I look good in that picture. She took a picture of me. I hope I look my best. My hair's a bit of a mess. We make you pick up. I don't even know what that comment means, but gamer bucket done. Sold. Shipped and sold. To be honest, uh, Elena has been asking me for a bucket for a while. So, patent the gamer bucket, and I can sell the drippings at the bottom as gamer fuel. If you were an insect, what kind of insect would you be? I think a bee. I'd be a bee. If I make my first $1 million by selling RGB buckets, I will eat a hat. You heard it here. I will eat a hat, just like that one other guy did. Bread, bread on bread. Do you? That's a good one. If you were a vehicle, what kind of vehicle would you be? I'd be a motorcycle, just because I like motorcycles. That or station wagon. No, I'd be a station wagon. Practical, uh, but not huge like an SUV. I'm a station wagon guy. I own a station wagon. I've owned so many station wagons. How do you see the chat, by the way? The Reddit app, while streaming, just gives a scrolly chat to me. That's how I'm reading it. So, camera's facing. I'm using the back camera. Neighborhood. I'm leaving Russian Hill and going into Cow Hollow. By whoosh. By going to first grade and learning how to read. Uh, solid, solid. Did you find my bag of weed? No, but I found a quarter of a bag of weed. Is that what you were talking about? What is the? Oh, are you serious? That's just grossness. Is mayonnaise a bucket? No, it's not. Curious if you've ever found drug stuff? Oh boy, have I found drug stuff. All right, guys. I think stream is going to be coming to a close. I'm pretty close to my apartment, and I'm kind of beat, and I have a bunch of other work to do. Do I make money from this stream? Boy, do I wish. I guess technically the Amazon affiliate link, but I think it's been like $20 over the course of a month. White Claw sponsor me, please. I have Grabby Claws. You have White Claws. What crashes when you try to sign in? Wait, our app crashes when you try to sign in? That's Eamon, I know you're watching. That's a bug. Yeah, thanks. I'll do my best to enjoy the week. If the people want a gamer bucket they will get. No, that was a golf ball. Appreciate you. I appreciate you. Thank you. Appreciation all around. All right, guys. About to finish up across the street. Be done with the stream. Oh, I'll show you the demolition stuff. So that just 'cause that's cool. And because I streamed it yesterday. Imagine becoming a millionaire from a gamer bucket. I dig it. Let you see the sky. Here's the sky. But here's the thing I was streaming yesterday. They absolutely demolished this building. I'll get us up close and personal with it. But it's pretty gnarly, yo. You didn't see this. But here's this pile of rubble. It's like, no, this thing took it down. It used to be 2 stories tall. You can see how dirty that building is. Um, but you can see they took it down to nothing. It's been making a racket, but it's still pretty cool. When's the next stream? The next stream will be Wednesday at 9:30 a.m. Pacific, and I'll do another one at 3 p.m. Pacific. But yeah, I just want to show you that. It was pretty gnarly. You can see the other thing that I did. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I didn't realize the pile of rubble was this tall. It's got to be like, I don't know, like 7 or 8 feet tall. But pretty cool. Oh, look, glitter. That'll be my excuse. And I can get into my building from here. All right, guys. Have a good one. Appreciate you being on the stream. Let me just plug all my stuff. Check out our website. It's www.rubbish.love. Go there. If you want to buy a grabber, like a regular plain grabber, there's a link for one at the top that says buy a grabber. If you want to sign up, get on the sign up list for the smart grabber. That's a little further down the page. If you want to join our Patreon, there's a link for that. If you want to follow us on Instagram, there's a link for that. If you want to follow us on Reddit, if you want to follow me on Reddit to get notifications, just follow me. It's u/loverubbish, and our subreddit is r/loverubbish. Thanks a bunch, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you next time. Again, that's going to be next Wednesday at 9:30 a.m. Pacific time. And we'll see if the sky looks any different, unless apocalyptic. But have a good one, y'all. Bye-bye.